Viewers, in September 2025, what began as a campaign rally for then Chief Ministerial candidate C. Joseph Vijay in Karur ended in unimaginable tragedy. A deadly stampede claimed the lives of 41 people, leaving the state in shock. Now, months later, as Chief Minister Vijay is set to return to Karur, this time to meet the families of those who lost their loved ones in that horrific incident, here's Chief Minister Vijay's plan as far as a Karur visit is concerned. Now, he's scheduled for a visit on the 10th of July. The Chief Minister is expected to travel and meet families of the 41 stampede victims. He's also expected to hand over government job appointment orders to eligible kin and announce additional welfare measures for the affected families and interact with residents during a public outreach program. However, the DMK attempted to put the brakes on Chief Minister Vijay's Karur visit by moving the Supreme Court. The party has sought multiple directions from the apex court. What did they say? Let's look at the pleas here. Want Chief Minister's visit to be regulated by the Supreme Court. They've also said that they must prevent intimidation of witnesses in the Karur stampede case. The third, curb Chief Minister's meet with victims' kin that may affect the probe. Fourth, seek action against Minister Adav Arjuna over his remarks. But the Supreme Court hasn't been convinced. In a major setback for the DMK, the apex court dismissed the party's plea, raising a series of sharp objections. The court has questioned whether it was being asked to regulate the Chief Minister's visit, asked if the plea effectively sought an injunction on free speech, and noted that the accused in the case were some ministers and not the Chief Minister, and even cautioned against turning the courtroom into a political forum. And for more on this, let's go across to our guests who are with us. With us is Mr. T.K. Selangovan, spokesperson of the DMK. Advocate M. Satyakumar is national spokesperson of the TVK. Let me start with you first, Mr. Selangovan. A setback coming in from the Supreme Court, and I'm going to quote exactly what the Supreme Court has said. They say, how does the Supreme Court get an impediment of a political rival? There are 41 people who have died. Is this a very thought of application? What is the sequitur? Just pause and think. You will be best advised not to press it here. It has implications which perhaps have not been thought through even at your end. So the Supreme Court essentially trying to say that you're trying to resolve a political issue through the court, and that is not correct. How do you respond to that, Mr. Selangovan?
No, this is not a problem. That was like the charge was made by a senior leader of the TVK that DMK was the reason for the death of 41 people. And he specifically mentioned that Mr. Stalin, Chief Minister, had ordered the police to kill 41 persons or something like that. See, that is unfair. How can we do that? The only problem they totally forget is that it was announced that Vijay will come to that spot at 12 o'clock and address the gathering. So people had started gathering from 9 o'clock in the morning. They were made to wait until 7:30 in the night in the scorching sun without water and food. In the huge rush crowd, and people were made to wait without water in the scorching sun and no food. So they fainted. But nobody supported them. Nobody helped the people who had fainted. So that is the reason for the death of 41 people. Out of 100 people who had fainted, 60 people, almost 59 people were saved, and 41 people died.
No, that the CBI is investigating the matter. It will get to the bottom of the matter. The point is whether the court should have been used for this purpose, whether this plea should have gone to the court at all in the first place.
No. The question is that when they charge, when their senior leader charged that the killing was done by the DMK, even at that time they said, Sendil Balaji did it. So,
but that's what the Supreme Court is saying. Just pause and think today to make the court a political fora instead of fighting your battles outside. This is the remark of Supreme Court.
No, this is an insult to the party. They are accusing the party. Wrongfully, they are accusing the party.
No, sir. This is the plea that is filed by Advocate Wilson. Let me get it, Advocate Satyakumar. Let's get the other side, TVK's version. The TVK has been misrepresenting the events. You've been putting the blame on Mr. Stalin, whereas the blame, fair and square, is with TVK and Mr. Vijay for the lack of arrangements for the people at Karur. And that is why they had to go to the Supreme Court. Do you agree with that contention, Mr. Satyakumar?
Madhav, since the time when this Karur tragedy happened, I've been very vocal to implement the crowd control management issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs. It's a responsibility of the state, the government in power. Accordingly, the blame was politically shifted towards our leader from then on. We made arrangements for gathering there on a particular day, and accordingly, the arrangements and the volunteers reached there at 12 o'clock. We were very much within the time limit. Legally, we applied for the permission for a duration, and we were on duration. Accordingly, we cannot be held responsible at all. If that is the case, when events happen in various temples, how is that the police able to manage? Look at, for example, any temple in Tamil Nadu attracts lakhs of devotees. When they're able to manage there, why they were not able to manage at Karur? In fact...
No, but Mr. Satyakumar, can political parties wash their hands off and give it all to the police? Parties have no responsibility in looking after the political workers or the supporters who gather there. That is also not correct.
Madhav, today you are an anchor. You go outside for a meeting, and the meeting you intimate to the police, and gathering happens, and the state takes control of the crowd management.
No.
There's a guideline also.
No, let us assume the police has failed. Does that absolve the political party of its own act? If I am inviting people, then I have to be responsible for that gathering.
No, once again, if you invite the people and you don't intimate to the police, you are responsible.
But it's not an automatic act, sir.
I'll explain you, Madhav. I'll explain the law.
Food, water, all these things are basic things which have to be provided, which he's saying you did not provide.
I'll explain the law. When there is a meeting happening, I go and intimate to the police official about the gathering, about the campaign that I'm doing. It is the responsibility of the police to decide how many people have to be deployed, how many police officials have to be deployed. For example, July 10th, my leader, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, is going to Karur. Definitely, police is going to be adequately deployed. Same level of deployment should have been done by the previous government. Why are they not doing?
What about the 9 hours of delay?
When Stalin went to a place...
No, when you fix a meeting at 12, when you show up at 7 or 8 in the evening, what about those delays? What about those 7-8 hours of delay which Mr. Elangovan is talking about?
There is no delay at all.
Of course there's a delay. Come on, that's well recorded.
I'll tell you why. There is no delay at all. It is about the program. We never said the leader will arrive at 12 o'clock. Did we commit? We committed 3 o'clock? No, the leader will come, and the intimation of the leader coming in is very much live telecasted. People were watching in the mobile. So we will not discuss about this case as of now because if the matter is under CBI investigation. Now let me complete. No, let me complete. I didn't disturb when he spoke. I didn't disturb when he spoke.
Okay, complete your point in 30 seconds and then Mr. Elangovan.
Mr. R.S. Bharati of DMK, General Secretary of the DMK, went on to file this petition in Supreme Court when the matter is in the investigation of the CBI. CBI has not arraigned anybody as a accused as of now. Even Karur police station, when they filed the case, they did not array the CM, our leader Thalapathy Vijay as an accused. Why is that? They are trying to do indirect methods to go to a Supreme Court, file an application, use the law to indirectly bring in a possibility to say so-and-so is accused. Who is DMK to say he is accused? It is the matter is under the consideration of the CBI.
No, who is the accused? CBI will decide that. CBI will decide that and they will take a call on that. But the way things stand, the fault lies on both sides. You know, if the party supporters are coming out at 10, 11 in the morning and standing in the hot sun for 7-8 hours, it is a fact that they stood for a long time and there was a delay as the function is concerned. Let's not try to rewrite that wrong.
No.
There, the role of TVK and Mr. Vijay also comes in over there as far as the tragedy is concerned.
CBI is under investigation. CBI is doing the investigation. Let them decide. Why
of course they will decide. Nobody is second guessing the CBI. But you can't absolve yourself saying that there is mobile phone, there is TV and live telecast, so the people did not gather over there. That logic I don't think is going to cut it. But let Mr. Elangovan come in.
I didn't say that. I am only saying...
You just said that.
No. You are trying to understand in that way. What I said was, we gave a duration.
You just said it, sir. You just now said it. Now don't go back on your words. I can replay what you just said if you want for you. But let me get Mr. Elangovan on that. Mr. Elangovan, it is the complete blame of the district administration, the police, etc., who were intimated well in time about the event. There was no delay on Vijay's part.
No,
Please respond to Mr.
one
Satyakumar.
thing. See, if they have not announced, if they have announced that Vijay will come and address the gathering at 7:30 in the night, people would have come by 3 o'clock, or they would have started gathering by 3 o'clock, 3-4 hours before. But he was told that the announcement was that Vijay will address the gathering at 12 o'clock, and from 9 o'clock in the morning, people have started gathering. So, if they had said that Vijay will address the gathering at 7:30 in the evening, people would have had food in their house, then they could have come for the gathering, for the meeting. So, the crowd gathered expecting Vijay to speak at 12 o'clock in the noon. If he had come there and spoken at 12 o'clock in the noon, they would have gone home, had their food, and the problem would not have occurred. That the timing is the most important, because the huge crowd, and not only that, when somebody fainted in front of you, there was nobody to save, all your men, but nobody was to save them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in
Because
fact,
they
the
were
rally went on.
pushed
Despite the fact that there were deaths that were happening, people were getting crushed, the rally rolled on. That is a serious charge, Mr. Satyakumar. But let me, notwithstanding all the facts of whatever has happened in Karur,
Yes.
why is the Chief Minister now wanting to go there? Because can it not be seen as an attempt at trying and influencing the investigation? If CBI is probing it, is it appropriate for the CM to visit Karur is certainly a valid question.
It's not about CM going because the Karur incident happened. He's going to give them ex gratia and also the compensation money. The former chief minister was not able to provide them adequate. First place, they did not provide adequate safety to the people there. Second, people who got into the stampede and lost lives, they have not given them proper ex gratia and also the compensation what they have to be provided.
Didn't Vijay provide them when they visited him in Mahabalipuram, the family members of the Karur victims?
Yeah, they visited on the request of my leader, because the previous government did not allow my leader to visit Karur. We tried to book a marriage hall there. We tried to book a hall there. They did not give permission. Madhav, you should
Mr.
recollect history.
Respond. No, I know what has happened, sir. Please don't teach me history. Mr. Alangovan, respond.
No, it's not like
One
that.
second, you've asked a question. Now listen to the
There
response
was
from
no
DMK.
stoppage.
Mr. Alangovan.
Yes. No, that is not the case. What I said was, he was not there at that time when people died. What the government, our government did was, when there were no sufficient doctors, they had brought in doctors from other hospitals and saved the life of around 60 people. Only 40 people died. That much we can do. But since then, at that time itself, they had started accusing DMK. When the people
No, but they are saying that you didn't allow Vijay to visit Karur and meet the families of the victims. Is that correct, Mr. Alangovan? Respond to that question.
DMK, that's all.
Mr. Alangovan, he is saying you didn't allow Mr. Vijay to visit Karur at that time.
No.
That's why the families had to come to Mahabalipuram.
No. It's not like he didn't approach. He called them here.
No.
There was no arrangement.
I will
there.
show evidences. I will show evidences.
Please bring out those evidences, because another point, Mr. Satyakumar, that is very well documented, and you will also do very well to recollect in history, as you were referring to, is that when all the visitors and leaders were making a beeline for Karur, it is Vijay who left Karur and came back to Chennai right after the
It
tragedy.
should not be one-sided. My party applied for permission in the halls in the Karur. Police declined it. Accordingly, we took an alternative arrangement to bring the victims, to see to that we meet them, meet them, and then also provide the compensation that we promised. Beyond that, my leader Thalapathy Vijay, after becoming the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, wants to provide them a compassionate appointment in the government job. And this is about compassion and empathy.
Okay.
Towards the victims.
Okay. Well, is this about compassion and empathy? Is it about trying to do something right to what is very clearly a wrong with all those people having lost their lives? There are many questions. And certainly, of course, if there is evidence, I would urge you, Mr. Satyakumar, to bring it out in the public domain so that people can see if those permissions were indeed applied for, if they were declined, if they've declined by which officer, at what level was the declining happening. All of that certainly is subject matter of debate. Nevertheless, Mr. T.K. Salangovan, Advocate Satyakumar, all eyes on that visit of Vijay to Karur and what will transpire over there. Thanks so much for joining us.